Yada da 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 dum. Yada da 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 dum. Yada da 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 da. Yada da da da. Yada da 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 da. Yada da da da. Yada da 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 dum. Yada da yada da he da. Yada da 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 da. Yada da 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 he da. Yaba ba he yada da da da. Yada da da da. Yada da he da 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 da. Yada da da da. Yada da da da. Yada da 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 da. Yada da da da. Yada da 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 da. Yada da ya ya. Yada da 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 dum. Yada da 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 da. Yada da 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 da. Yada da 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 he da. Yaba ba he ya da 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 da. Yada da da da. Yaba ba he ya da 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 dum. Yada da da da. Yada da 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 da. Yada da 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 he da. Ya da 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 da. Yada da 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 he dum. Yada da he da 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 da. Yada da da da. Yada da he da 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 dum. Yada da da da. Yada da 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 da. Yada da 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 da. Erev Tov, good evening. So strange. Earlier, Rabbi Jay texted me and he said, he asked, are you trying to recover? I don't know, his words were something about, I forget the exact words he used, which I think they were, I'll just look right here. Are you trying to get in to change the Facebook password, or is it a scam? And so I said, no, I'm not trying at all. And so evidently it must have been a scam, but while I was trying to get on here, which is that we use a platform that then sends it to his Facebook, the synagogue Facebook, the YouTube page, it wouldn't connect at all. So clearly somebody is trying to scam something. So I got them all up and running except for his. So I'll have to work on that. And so that was a delay tonight. There's always like something, but delayed or not delayed, we're here. We're showing up. We're counting on each other. Counting on myself to show up, right? You're like, is she showing up? Is it happening? Yes, it's happening. So here we are. We had a day, a long day for some, a short day for others, a day nonetheless. And so this morning we talked a little bit about anxiety and listening, and we're often fearful and worried before we even get to where we've made a decision, or a decision has been made, or an experience has happened, that kind of thing. We talked about listening in this 36th day, about listening, making a commitment to listen and practice listening with compassion. And hopefully all of you spent some time doing that today, whether it was listening to yourself, listening to someone else, whatever it is. But in this week's Torah portion, as I said this morning, is all about being cursed for not doing what we're supposed to be doing. And so that is, the blessings and the curses. And in this week, it's a lot about, if you don't do this, all of you are going to be in trouble for not following it. So we're listening. We're listening to ourselves. We're listening to that which is unfolding for us, that which is the happenings of just being a human, right? So let's count today. Let's see what's happening in our practice for this evening. Also, I just want to say, I was freezing in this house. You know, I always make fun of Rabbi J, actually make fun of him, pick on him, all of that, about how he's always cold, right? He's always walking around with a zip-up sweatshirt, tie-dye pattern of some sort. And when he knows I'm coming to the house, it's like he needs 10 sweatshirts because he lowers the temperature because he knows I'm always sweating. But there's something about my house that just feels that much colder. And so Andrea's sleeping, Ellis is sleeping. I don't want to open the bedroom door. It's going to make a noise. So I'm like, there's got to be a sweatshirt somewhere around here. I find a sweatshirt that I haven't looked at in probably 5 years. I put it on, and the sleeve says, "The Rabbi." It was from a wedding I did. And I thought, wow, what an appropriate sweatshirt for my freezing house. Let's count. Let's do it. See, I count on these things that I get from people because you never know when you're going to need it. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav etzivanu al sfirat haomer al sfirat haomer al sfirat haomer al sfirat haomer hayom shiva u'shloshim yom shehem chamisha shavuot u'shnei yamim laomer. This is the 37th day, totaling 5 weeks and 2 days of the Omer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. And here we are at day 2. And so what is day 2 about? Day 37 is Gevura Sheba Yesod. Gevura Sheba Yesod. I trust that all of you had some sort of gratitude. I trust that we are really ready for the next day. For we had a lot of learning from last night, this morning, and so here we are. What is Gevura? A reminder. Strength and resistance and setting boundaries and disciplining ourselves. But Gevura is usually strength. It's like koach. You'll have the strength to get through. The Gevurot. God is the source of ethical power. It's going to get us where we need to go. Gevura. What is the other? Direction and focus for life and for love. Strength within Yesod, which is connection and foundation, bonding, that type of thing. So Gevura Sheba Yesod, strength within connection. Psalm 37:3 says, trust the unfolding and act well. Dwell in the land and be nourished by faith. Faith means a lot of different things to a lot of different people, right? Being faithful, having faith, experiencing faith, connecting with faith, all have a similar meaning, but there are slightly different variations of it, depending on if we see it as, I'm not an English major, it's my least favorite, but Rachel likes it. Sometimes, it's not a noun, person, place, or thing like we're thinking, but there's a lot of definitions for faith, and it can be used in many different ways. You need Gevura probably to deal with your children, your twin gems. Don't pick on my boys. We all need Gevura. We all need strength. We all need this discipline. We need the might. We need to be like the little mighty warriors that go running around. We need a little extra. So the strength of the spiritual warrior, that's what we're looking for. The strength of the spiritual warrior who can discern her path and give honor to all. Her path, notice that. The strength of the spiritual warrior who can discern her path and give honor to all. Today we honor the courage that is shaped by practice. There's some sort of vulnerability about being here. Maybe we can't see each other's vulnerability totally unless we share, because it's not it's still a platform. It's still I'm here and you're there. And we do have the chat to connect with each other. But vulnerability would only come if it's shared in the chat, because it's not it's not a dialogue face to face. It's not a conversation, kind of. But we can't really see each other's vulnerability unless we share it. But it's courage. It shows up as courage when we practice something, right? We're gonna practice this, or we're gonna try to do this, and then we fall short and we let it go. And sometimes we don't have the courage to push forward because it's like no one wants to do work. No one wants to do the extra work. But here we come to do that extra work. We don't have to do this, but this is something that we feel connected to, that we have strength enough to say, you know what? I'm going to have courage to put it all out there, even if it's only for myself. I'm going to try to do this work and try to fulfill this mitzvah by practicing this deep dive into spirituality. The guidance that is revealed through faith is this place of clarity. The guidance that is revealed through faith comes with moments of clarity. Clarity comes from surrendering. The insight that rises with action. It takes courage to show up for practice. It takes guidance. We're guiding each other on this path, right? And there's something to do with faith. Regardless of your faith tradition, the belief that there is purpose in doing this, that there will be some clarity for us as we surrender to that which is the mystery unfolding before us, that we should be given the insight that increases, that rises as we take on the action of doing better, of wanting, of desiring this deeper spirituality, this deeper sense of self, this authenticity flag that we want to be able to put at the top of that mountain. Right now we're trekking along 37 days in. We've complained a lot. We've learned a lot. We've showed up a lot. We've connected a lot. We've counted a lot. 37. We've counted a lot. We still have a ways to go. But together, this insight that we've been given is going to allow us to rise, to lift up, because we are acting. We are putting this practice into action so that we can take our flag and stick it at the top of Har Sinai, at the top of Sinai, to say, I made it. Give me my Torah. I made it. I'm here to show up for it. Linda shares today's therapy session was bare feet on broken glass. I have to love myself enough and trust my therapist enough to face my painful stuff. Thank you for sharing that. What is our practice on day 37? What is it? It's the ability to sit and to be, to pray for the strength, to hold on to that which is within us already. Sometimes, they tell you, or it's said, you don't know how much you need until the need is all that you have, right? You don't know how much strength you need until you realize that strength is the only thing that you have. You don't realize that you have that inner strength. And until you have to tap into it, it's there, it's not there, who cares? It doesn't really matter. But your awareness is a red flag. When you need it, you're like, where is it? I'm going to find it no matter where it comes from, and you're given it because you know what? You're given what you can handle. And sometimes we feel like we can't handle it. And there are moments that might be that we can't handle it because of decisions that we make. And then we have to react to it. But the strength comes from within. And the strength comes from the outside. Together. The connection. Gevura Sheba Yesod. Strength within the connection. So here's the practice. You're going to have to sit. 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever you can give yourself. A gift that you're going to give yourself. This gift of connection through strength. You're going to use your strength to hold yourself down for 2 minutes, for 5 minutes, for 10 minutes. Just breathing and just being. Empty, sitting, letting go, releasing whatever it is that you're holding on to, even if it's only for 2 minutes. You can pick it up after. But you're going to start there. And after a few moments, this is hard work. Sounds easy, but if you've done it before, you know it's hard. After a few minutes, you're going to say to yourself, you're going to say to your heart, you're going to talk to yourself, maybe out loud even. It might be a different discipline that we're not used to. You're going to say, no matter how hard it is, I trust the unfolding and I will meet it well. That we are going to do all that we can no matter what shows up for us to be there. To be present with strength, with clarity, with insight, with guidance, and with courage. I trust the unfolding and I will meet it well. Continuously saying that over and over and over. It's an affirmation. When Andrea was really struggling after she had Ellis and in a really hard place, the therapist said, have Jen put Post-its around the house. Reminders. And every time you see a Post-it, read whatever it says on it, which would be an affirmation. And at first I thought, it's never going to work. But we've all used affirmations for whatever it is in our lives. And this is one of those ones that we need. I trust the unfolding. Because if we don't trust in the process, we're going to not be well. So we're going to remind ourselves over and over and over. As your mind is wandering and you're sitting around and you just can't handle it, when you're anxious, when you're fearful, when you are in a place that doesn't feel comfortable, even while you're sitting just doing this practice, you're going to continue to affirm those words. Noticing the emotions that you're feeling while you're doing it, but you're going to do it. And you're going to commit to it, whether it's 2 minutes or 5 minutes or 10 minutes, to say, I trust the unfolding and I will meet it well. No matter what it's going to be, I'm going to do my best to meet it the best that I can. And when your timer goes off, you know you got to set a timer. Ellis loves a timer. Doesn't want to do anything unless, I got to watch one more show. I got to play my toys one more time. I'm setting a timer. Okay, as soon as it goes off, we're good. Set a timer. Give yourself the gift. And when that timer goes off, take 3 really long cleansing breaths. And remember these words. Psalm 37, verse 5. I commit to the unfolding path. Trust and guidance will come. Together we commit ourselves to the unfolding path, trusting in the process, knowing guidance will come. We're here to guide each other because we get our strength from one another through our connection. Strength, maybe it's within connection, but I'm going to say we get our strength from these connections and from other things, of course. But that's where we start. So let's get our Gevura, our strength from the connections that we have. Let us trust and realize that, hey, we're going to do the best that we can. We're going to meet it, whatever that unfolding is, we're going to meet it well. No matter how unwell we feel, we're going to show up with strength. And if we don't have it within us, we're going to help each other with strength, with love, and with compassion. We are one human family, one heart of abundant love. We love you. Guess what? Tomorrow, 9:30 and 9:30. Be there in the morning, be there in the evening. Grateful to be with you, Amy, Linda, Bet, Bonnie, Rachel, Samantha, Donna, Debbie. All of us together. Lila Tov. Let's keep going. Let's keep counting. Let's keep lifting one another up. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. 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 Or Avinu Chai.